Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning everybody, I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is a show we combine 3D printing and electronics, bring them together to make inspirational projects for you. Hello everybody, we are hanging out in the Discord chat room. If anyone would like to join us live during the show, you can send us comments, questions, emojis. You can do so by hitting up the Discord chat room. We're hanging out in the live broadcast chat room. That's over here in the sidebar. And you can get an invite link to that by heading over to discord.gg/Adafruit. Hello, everybody in the chat room. Paige's going to say hello to you.
Good morning everybody, we are hanging out in the Discord, on the YouTube, on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn. Good morning everybody, hanging out, joining us every week. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the show.
Okay, cool. We'll give you shout-outs after the housekeeping. So let's keep this house. 100 days of masking is still going on. I don't know how many days are left, probably a few. But if you pick up anything in the Adafruit shop right now, you'll get yourself a black surgical mask. If you go to adafruit.com/free, you can see all the different freebies that are going on. Wow. So for orders that are $1 or more, you get the mask. For orders that are $99 or more, you get the mask plus the Perma Proto half-size breadboard. For orders that are $149 or more, you get the Perma Proto, the black mask, and a free STEMMA QT board. We are talking about STEMMA QT later in the show, but if you want to get a free one, make sure you spend more money with us. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the free STEMMA QT board, the free Perma Proto half-size breadboard, and the black surgical mask. But we're not done, because for orders that are $200 or more, you get free UPS ground shipping, the STEMMA QT Breakout, the Perma Proto half-size breadboard, the black surgical mask. It's still not done. For orders that are $299, you get the free shipping, the STEMMA QT Breakout, the Perma Proto half-size breadboard, and a free black surgical mask. So please do yourself a favor and spend more money with Adafruit, because we need your orders. Whew,
I was gonna say, but there's more.
Is there more?
Forgot to do the Billy Mays.
But there's more. There's also help wanted. If you want to help and get paid for it, check out the new jobs that are added to the jobs board. You can head over to jobs.adafruit.com. You can see all the ones here in the blue are great. So check them out. I like Mac Inspires. Check them out. They're looking for a makerspace manager in the New York area. So if you are in the New York area, check it out. That is so cool. And there's other things like Executive Director for Open Source Initiative. Nice. That's super cool. And it's free to make a profile, whether you're a company or a maker.
Hey, and that one's remote, the Open Source Director.
Yeah, all of them should be, but that's me. Okay, what's next? We had a CircuitPython meetings happen on Monday at 2 p.m. These happen in the Discord server. So if you'd like to join in on those meetings, you can do so. We like to hear from the community as well as the core devs, what they're working on, and concrete stats to keep them grounded, as they like to say. Blinka is a cake and it tastes good too. All right, heading on over to the newsletters. AdafruitDaily.com is where you can subscribe to all of the newsletters. My favorite one is Python on Hardware. You should check that one out. 3D printing's good too, but Python on Hardware is what I really like, so check that one out. And all the other ones that are there too. You need to subscribe to them because we don't automatically do that because we're Adafruit and we don't spam. If you go to adafruit.com/newsletter, you'll notice that it's different from the daily newsletter. This is a weekly product-focused newsletter. Everything that gets added to the Adafruit shop bi-weekly gets added in this newsletter. So if you want to check that out, adafruit.com/newsletter. That's all of it, man. I ran through that pretty good. All right, what's up, everybody in the chat room? We having fun? Good morning, John Hendrickson. Of course, good morning, Bruce. And in the YouTube chat, it's just us right now because it's early.
Good morning to Leon Diaz, and over on the Facebook and on the Twitch.
I missed Leon, sorry, there you are.
Good morning, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and jump onto this pretty cool project for the Feather RP.
The Feather RP2040. This is the first time we've ever had a, let me refresh. This is great. So we did a demo. Oh no, it's gone now. Sometimes it happens. There it is. The Feather RP2040 is in stock. It's like the cheapest feather, and it has the most features of any feather, I think. So check it out. Here we have a little demo that we put together for the feather. So this is running. This has the new RP2040 chip from Raspberry Pi. It's running CircuitPython. This is a little demo code. This is a sensor. It's the BME 680 sensor. And my camera won't focus. This is live streams. You gotta click all the buttons. All right, how's that? Is that better? Sweet. All right, so we got the feather right here. It's running CircuitPython. You plug this in through USB-C. It shows up like a USB drive. And whoa, there's all the code and the library files. That's the beauty of CircuitPython. This has a 8 megabyte flash. Originally it was going to be 4, but that didn't work out. So we threw in the 8 one. So you get way more, double the storage. So you can have fonts, images, bitmaps, and maybe the whole library bundle in the that giant 8 megabyte flash. So get it before Lamar changes it back to 4. This is my favorite OLED display right now. It's 1.5 inches. That is a lot of millimeters. And then over here is the BME 680 sensor that has 4 different things. It has pressure, humidity, temperature, and gas. I know so because it says so right there in the label. And then I put these icons together. Shout out to Lady Ada and Liz Clark who helped me put this code together because I don't write code. But CircuitPython, you totally can. You can write code and not be a programmer. That's the beauty of CircuitPython. This is a Lego plate. It's official Lego. It's got the Lego thing on it. And I put together one of these brackets here that are 3D printed. All of these are 3D printed and they're already like available. And we'll take a look at the Learn Guide and where you can grab these if you want to use a Lego base plate to put together your projects. Very cool way to do so. And this is AdaBot. This is also a project. He's
oh
a
no, I did not link him.
That's fine. And then this is a little 3D printed Raspberry Pi. Kudos to Pseudo Warmy who gave this to me. Excellent. That's the demo. The feather's in stock, so you can grab that. We have a maximum limit, 10 per customer. But hey, they're there. It's like 12 bucks. It's the cheapest feather we have because that RP2040 chip is good. Yeah. What else can I say? All right, so yeah, the Grayscale OLED 1.5 inch display is awesome. This has 2 STEMMA ports on it, so you can daisy chain more STEMMA connectors and STEMMA breakouts, as you saw in the demo. I have it hooked up into the feather. No soldering here, no headers. You just plug in these cables, and then on the other side here, you can plug in a thing. And then because Lamar is making just about all the STEMMA breakouts have 2 STEMMAs in and out, you can daisy chain more and have like a longer thing if you needed to. So that's so freaking cool. So this display, one of my favorite right now. We used it in the MIDI Pico project from last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. And it's my favorite display right now. It's 128 by 128. That's the pixels. It works over I2C, but also SPI. It's got breakout pins on the top there. If you want to share any of those, you can still solder into the breakout. And the mounting holes are in a great spot for mounting it, panel mounting it, or 3D printing a thing for it. Very cool. I also have a 3D model of the thing, so you can check that out if you want to design an embedded case for it. Here it is running with a QT Pi, which is like the smallest CircuitPython board you can get. That's really cool. Dude, the feather's cheaper than the display. That's crazy. And then for the STEMMA breakout sensor, this is the BME 680. It's out of stock right now, but you can sign up to get notified when they are back in stock. It has the 4 things, the pressure, humidity, temperature, and gas, which is pretty crazy. And it just works really well with CircuitPython. It's got a really good driver. It's super easy to spit out some values. It is available on DigiKey, so you can buy it through DigiKey if you'd like. We do have some products that can be purchased through DigiKey, our favorite reseller partner, one of our favorite reseller partners, I'll say. Yeah, what else do we have here?
I think the Learn Guide for the feather.
Yeah. Learn Guide. Yeah, if you'd like to get these STLs, for the Lego stuff, we have a Learn guide called STEMMA Lego Baseplates, and that's where I shoved them all. There's a, oh boy, our Learn guide just took us out of here. And let me try to work through this. So you can download the STLs or get the Fusion file if you want to modify them like this, the original file. You can download a step file if you want to use a different CAD package, and they're all labeled here. But yeah, the addition ones that we did for this particular project this week was the 1.5 OLED, which is right here, and the little battery, which is the 400 milliamp battery that's ideal for feathers. This one here, it's a 400 milliamp battery. This just slides in and out of the little retainer there. And then on the bottom here, we have these little pegs that fit into the thing, right? They easily come apart because it's designed to kind of do so. Whoops. So you want to be careful not to, you know, apply pressure to the battery. That's why I don't have it like super tight. It's just a little kind of fitting. It's kind of a loose fitting rather. But there you go. Cool. They're available on Thingiverse as well. Let me pull up the Thingiverse page if I have it. Maybe I don't. I did, but I don't now, so it's fine. I think this link will take you to, well, maybe not. I'm in edit mode. This link will take you to the Thingiverse page, and I will switch to that right now. Here it is. It's on Thingiverse. We'll add it to other sites, but for now it's on Thingiverse. This is a page of the page I put together a couple, I don't know.
That says on there.
Oh, September 15th. Yeah, a little bit ago when the QT Py came out, we figured, hey, let's do all the STEMMA stuff in Lego format, and we continue to do so now. We'll add, of course, more parts as we get things, but there's a whole bunch of them, so that's great, the Lego bits. They are printed in like 2 pieces and then glued together. That way you can print it without any supports. You just glue the pieces together there. I'm trying to take off the spin here. There we go. So that's, well, I had to pick the black one, huh? That's hard to see. But there it has built-in standoffs for these style of things.
Mounting holes.
Yeah, and the bottom here is just kind of glued together. You can't quite see the seam there, but it's there. And the camera never focuses. Even though it's set to autofocus, it never does. Yeah, so very, very simple. Just kind of, well, I would recommend plugging it into the base plate first and then snapping it on top of the PCB. Like so. Like that. Yeah. This is really good on the refresh rate. Wow. Like on the webcam, you could barely see the flicker. There's no flicker in real life. It's just normally over the camera you get this nasty flicker. But so far so good, yeah? Yeah. Cool.
Got some questions about using displays, and people are linking to the massive amount of displays you can use with a Raspberry Pi there.
With a Pi? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. My favorite display right now. Very good. And it's grayscale, so you can get different tones of gray, which is cool. All right.
Come through, posting all the links.
Thank you. So yeah, the Feather RP2040, we'll have more projects with it as we make new projects. I think just using this going forward is really great.
Yeah. The one thing that gets me is, of course, the price, the USB-C, the extra reset button that's already attached to there. You don't have to add an extra one. And I think I already said the recharging of the battery. And then the size of the flash.
Yeah, the Feather was announced, the Feather, it says Pico 2040 on it, that was like the code name. This is a 3D model that I put together when it was first announced, which was probably near the end of January. So I do have a 3D model for it right now. I want to revisit it because it's not green, and we have some beautiful silkscreen artwork from the dragon himself, Philip Burgess. So I do want to update this model. But hey, look, it's got the USB-C type connector, and it's got the JSTSH4, better known as the STEMMA QT port, and it has like all the things that you know about, maybe you don't know about, what are they, SOT 23s, SOT, whatever. Those are the package footprints for the little components. So yeah, good stuff.
Hugo's asking about these. Was this the same display that was used on the MIDI fighter?
Absolutely, yes, it was the exact same display that we used in the MIDI fighter, which is great.
I'm posting up the links if you want to grab the 3D model of the Feather RP2040 for your CAD projects. Perfect for laying out all of the mounting holes or checking all of the clearances for making a case.
Absolutely, and the viewport too, like the bezel around the display is always like, what's the actual viewing area, like the pixel area? So I always try to do that with my models. And you can see here it's got a nice little happy face. May or may not be a BMO face. But hey, we have a 3D model of this as well, and you can grab that through the Learn Guide. As a part of all new products, get a fancy Learn Guide. Give you pinouts and some sample code. But yeah, works with CircuitPython and Arduino.
And then I think you already talked about the little mounting
I
base
did
that
not.
you're using.
This is a little plate. Last week we had this on a piece of acrylic. I just increased that bit bigger, and it just fits like that on the desk. Just works really well. Yeah. I like this Lego plate. This is a good one. What is this, like 12 by 8 or something?
I don't even remember
24
what
by
it
8?
came in.
Yeah, it came with something, but these are great.
And a lot of good comments on the Feather. People are saying, don't forget, it's got the LiPo management built right in.
It sure does. So if I were to plug this in through USB, which do I have a cable? Pedro, do you have a cable? A USB-C cable? Where is the USB-C cable?
Nope, that's
We
lightning.
don't have a single USB cable in this room. It's probably in the other room because we're doing photos. You wanna grab it?
Let's see.
Yeah. So the idea is to plug in USB-C into here and then like disconnect the battery, or have the battery plugged in, disconnect the battery, and then it'll switch to USB-C. So let's give that a shot. So plug that in. Go ahead and plug that into your computer. You only have one port, right?
Two.
2 ports. Excellent. Cool, so now it's recharging the battery. You get a little charging indicator, and let's turn off the focus. So you get the, so now that I can just disconnect the battery.
I always have to use pliers.
Do you? Yeah. There we go. So that's awesome. Now it's just, it's still running. The code didn't restart or anything, so that's good. And then if you plug in the battery, you can disconnect. Is that right? Yeah, you can disconnect here. And then there it is. It's switched over. Super cool demo.
And then Hugo is saying that happy face is when everybody looks at the, realizes how easy it was to put the project together with STEMMA QT and CircuitPython.
You know what's really awesome? Like if we do have another OLED, we can switch out this OLED, and in the code, all we have to do is change like a couple lines that says what the driver is for the display, and all the underlining code, displaying labels, icons, would all work, which is crazy. That is the power of CircuitPython. Is like all the underlining code will work across whatever driver, because we try to make all the drivers work. Well, they do with display I/O. So that's like the power of display I/O. It's like it doesn't care what driver you have or what display you have. It just sees it all the same. It's pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that for a demo at some point in the future, where we like hot swap the display and show like. We'll just have 2 different code pies. We'll just rename the name, so like we don't have to edit the code. We just change the file name, and then you can quickly see how it works across displays.
Cool.
Yeah, because this original demo code isn't for this display. It was for one of the smaller OLEDs in a different driver. Yeah, so that's really cool.
All right, posted up all the CAD and the Learn guides if you guys want to check any of those out, and check out the sample codes for that.
Yeah.
As well as the fritzing too, if you want to make some circuit diagrams.
Can you grab the other Feather that's in the same room that you grabbed the cable from? Because I do have another Feather, and I have some kind of fun demo code on it. I really want to show the demo code, because this is a good way to show values from a sensor, but what if you just want to have a regular display? So here's what I'll do. I'll plug this in here. I'll unplug this here. Take that out. Swap out this Feather. So this is the Feather with the temperature stuff. So what's on this Feather? I wonder. What if there's nothing on it? Yeah, there's nothing on it. My demo failed. What's your computer say? Anything?
It's not mounting.
Well.
Well, there was something on there?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a bitmap of a little face. It didn't quite work though.
Reset it?
No, because then I'll have to install the thing again.
Yeah. I think
Do you have
that's what
Cura
just
open
happened.
or something? Sometimes, yeah, your Cura is messing with it.
Tip, don't have Cura open.
Yeah, because it takes over the COM port. Yeah, and sometimes it can kill your... All right, well, that's a tip. Do not use Cura while you're doing CircuitPython device. It just wipes your drive sometimes because it gives it M commands, Pedro. I should have told you. I'm sorry. It's my fault. So there's the demo. You don't have a thing, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Go to circuitpython.org and download the UF2. We'll do it live here. So if you go to circuitpython.org, we'll do a quick installation of it. So here I am, circuitpython.org. You can search or browse if you'd like. I'm going to browse or go to downloads. And then in the search box, I'll just type in RP. And there it is, Feather RP2040. The latest version of CircuitPython is beta 4 right now, 6.2 beta 4. So I can grab that. That just came out a couple days ago. So you can download that to get this guy in the bootloader. I hope it runs on the MacBook M1. I think it does. But what you need to do is, so this is plugged into Page's computer, the M1 MacBook. I'm going to hold down the boot select button, hold it down. While holding it down, I'm going to plug this in. Keep it held down until it shows up on Pedro's computer, and then let go because it shows up as RP2040. Pedro's now going to drag and drop the RP2040 UF2 file onto the USB drive. The USB drive is shown up as RPi RP2, and then that's going to automatically flash the firmware. And I already have the code and the libraries on the SPI flash. So even though I just reflashed the UF2. I think I broke it though. It's not quite loading. Can you?
That's it? It's already been ejected.
Oh, it has? All right, well. Can you disconnect and plug it in again? I think maybe my files got wiped. Can you look at the drive and see what the code file and libraries look like?
Come on.
I'm going to have to blame your MacBook. No one else to blame. It won't even show up now. Wonderful. All right, well, maybe don't use the MacBook M1. I know it works, but not, I don't know. Maybe the battery did something to it. Let me try it again.
Just trying.
There you go. Sorry about that. And because it's loading the REPL, you can load the serial terminal right onto it. It's going to keep doing that because Pedro's like loading the file and opening it up and stuff. But that's the bitmap I wanted to show. This is a full color bitmap, but because it's using an OLED, it'll just display what it can. So there's a little bit of gray there. What a cute little face. Thank you for working. That was, imagine if this didn't work. It kind of didn't, right? Oh, I'm trying to plug that in. All right. So there you go. We installed CircuitPython on a MacBook M1. It works. Yay. And now my, there it is.
Oh, I got some tips saying that you can actually disable the USB plugin in Cura if you're not printing directly from it.
Oh gosh, that is a good tip. We need to do that like right now.
I know, where's that?
Yeah.
It's just an extension in the marketplace?
Yeah, I think I broke it again. Sorry, folks, with the M1 and stuff. But,
And then
that's fine.
Hugo saying you can also use the reset button to get into the bootloader mode with the Feather.
Yeah, that's true. I think with most feathers, you can do that. Yes. Yes, yes. All right, cool. So that was the point, was to kind of hot swap the feather and show different code running on it and using the same display. So yeah.
Yay. Even when it fails, it ends up working eventually.
Eventually, yes. I'll plug this back in and see if this can work. Yay.
Woo.
Excellent.
All right, cool.
We did it. All right. So yeah, CircuitPython works really good. I was gonna say like mostly works. No, it does work.
And then
sweet.
there is, if you guys want to go into the Discord over at discord.gg/Adafruit.
Yeah.
Can't pronounce this name. JF14 is linking to a GitHub issue that describes the REPL and the
Cool.
clue board.
Oh, nice, from Brian, Sedacious. Goody goody.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's funny seeing, sometimes I will see Cura's M commands displaying on here. Maybe that's cool. Maybe that's something you want to do. Like seeing the M commands displaying on here is kind of neat. Maybe we can make a little, I don't know, sniffer or something. Right?
They do have accessibility options on like
Right.
their printers.
Right. You plug in a
mouse and it
USB
works.
HID device.
Mhm.
You can play Pong on your Aldi makers. Yeah. Sweet. Well, that is the project. I hope folks check out the Lego stuff. Here's a link to it, and also the Learn Guide has links to the thing. And pick up a Feather if you haven't yet. They're still in stock.
Go ahead and pick up 10.
What? Yeah, pick up 10 if you would. That'd be great.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's Woody prototyping. I think it's what this user on the YouTube channel is asking about. What is that display in the background?
What is that display? Remember the giant sign we had here? I shrunk it down and I put it in there and I added more pixels. That's what I did. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is a project I'm prototyping. I'll start off with like the thing. So like I got myself a 16 by 16 pixel matrix from Amazon for $20. So this is a flexible, I haven't even opened it yet, but it's they're Neopixels, W whatever, and there's 256 of these pixels. So my thing was like, okay, they're $20. How good are they really? So I bought 2 of them from Amazon, and I wanted to see if they work with Adafruit hardware. So it totally does. It's the exact same pitch and the exact same pins and labels that we kind of know already. And I started up these 3-pin JST connectors to it. I have a prop maker Feather wing and a Feather NRF52840. I could totally put one of these, but I didn't want to solder any headers. So we can plug this in and get our pixels running. So here I have a USB micro cable, micro B. So this is a 3D printed frame with some black LED acrylic. And the pixel frame is something I showed last week where I was prototyping the pitch and the pixel spacing for it. This is running CircuitPython, the LED animation library. It lets you create these really awesome animations and create grids so you can animate with an arrangement of pixels to make a pixel grid like this one is here. This one does the alternating zigzag pattern, so that's just set up in there. And yeah, the 3D printed frame works really well here. So this is the rainbow sparkle effect. That's a part of the LED library. This is a fade, which is pretty simple. And there's some really cool ones here coming up. 160 centimeters is like the size of this. So it'll fit on a kind of your standard bed of a 3D printer, a little bit kind of mid-range build size. This is the Comet animation working with the Neopixel grid helper, which allows you to do cool stuff. And this is the new kind of, is it the Comet? I think it's the Chase animation. So that makes a really fun animation there. And then back to wipe. So yeah, so this is super easy to take it apart. This is the frame bit. This is the black LED acrylic that we stock. We love this stuff so much. One side is matte and the other side is glossy. So you want to put the matte side facing down, and this just press fits in there. The way I was able to cut this was I printed a PDF template and then put it over my big sheet of acrylic, and then I just scored it and cut it down. I sanded the edges so that it has a nice fitting to it. The next piece of it is this grid, which takes 10 hours to print, but there it is. This is fitted inside of another kind of insert, and that insert is where the screws are for attaching the doubler feather wing. So there's nothing really holding the Neopixel display to the grid. The only thing that's kind of special about the grid is it has these reliefs, these little cutouts for the capacitors that are strung across the arrangement of the pixels. And this is it. It's flexible, but you're not supposed to really flex it a lot because it could crack the solder. So from an assembly standpoint, it's super easy to put together. Just line up those kind of reliefs with the things there. And then this has a really nice flush fitting to it. It has a little bit of wiggle room, I guess, but that's not a problem. And then this fits in like that. Maybe put that down first and then this. So that all press fits and has a nice flush fitting to it. So it's a little loose, but it's got real tight fitting into the frame itself. And then the last thing to do is to fit the grid into the cover. No screws for these pieces. The only screws you need are these four for the standoffs, M25 standoffs. And there you go. That's the whole assembly. Super simple. I really like the idea of building your own grid, soldering your own pixels and all that. This, because it's $20, I just had to, man. $20, 256 pixels. That's crazy.
And what's funny is it came as a 2-pack.
Yeah, I bought it as a 2-pack. It was only $38 for the 2-pack. So you save like what, $2?
Mm-hmm.
So this is amazing. I really want to do a learn guide and a project for it, a video project for it. Yeah, and I love it in the background there. And having two of them or have this be something else, and like some sort of MIDI instrument would be really cool to have as well. But yeah, I hope to do this one soon. I gotta let Lamar know about it. I haven't really told her about it. I just built it on my own. And some nice purple glitter filament here.
Fancy.
Yeah, man, this thing's so fun. I love pixels, and that effect is so great. You might remember the smaller version I did, the 8x8. I don't know where it is. Wonderful.
It's somewhere.
Wonderful-tastic.
Kirk on YouTube is saying that those are cool. Wants to make a cube with 6 of these.
That is something that we might or may not do. The black LED acrylic is something we love so much that we started stocking 12x12 inch sheet. So you can pick that up for $10 from Adafruit. You could also get it from Tap Plastics. That's another good place to get it from. That's where we originally got it from. But we get it straight from, I think, one of the manufacturers. So yeah, it's a 12x12 inch sheet, which is good enough, big enough rather, for this project. Yeah. Yeah.
Grabbing all the links.
Nice.
And people like it.
Yay. Yeah,
Kirk's
it's a really
saying
cool.
many potential uses, clocks, eye candy, whatever.
Yeah,
The
I'd
price
love to
is
do
awesome.
a sand demo, like where it has it's a prop maker. It has a built-in accelerometer, so we could do a sand demo. That'd be so cool.
That's actually one of the other questions. The entire display is being powered by just that board?
Yeah, so when it comes to power, it's like, well, how are you powering this thing? That's the power of the prop maker Featherwing. You see those honking resistors there? That's what's like allowing it to do it. That's what I think. But yeah, this just plugs in there. That's literally it. It's running off my computer, and I already have like a dozen things on my computer. But the prop maker Featherwing has all the special circuitry to power these pixels properly with 5 volts, even though it's, you know, a 3-volt logic board. Isn't that amazing? Like, that's crazy for me. The prop maker Featherwing is something you can pick up. It is like one of the best Featherwings, in my opinion, because it gives you the accelerometer, it gives you a speaker, it gives you high power LED stuff, so you can power those 1-watt RGB LEDs. And just search for prop. And here it is. You can get it with or without headers. Here's the assembled version for $10. The Neopixel port on the back there is really nice to have on board, so you don't have to solder really to the board itself. You can just plug and play. Yeah, it has a built-in amplifier for sound effects, built-in accelerometer. It's basically like you want to make a prop. This is it right here. And then combined with the prop maker, or rather the doubler, allows you to spread your wings. You can have one feather there and then your feather wing there. So that's kind of what I have set up here. Yeah.
And I just posted the link to the 2-pack of the Matrix.
It's a really simple design, so if anyone has like some cool ideas, like maybe some handles on the side or something else that I can attach to it. What if it had like an AMG thermal camera on top, and then like you can see a thermal view of something? That'd be kind of neat. A clock would be great. An IoT game of sorts, so you can play maybe Pong over the internet somehow. Maybe it's attached to like a joystick arcade thing. Like there's so many cool potential things you could do with this effect. Like I love this effect. Oh, it's so cool. There you go. At some point we're gonna have party parrots on here. I just gotta say that.
It just has to happen.
It has to happen. We'll have party parrots for sure.
And a lot of good comments on the acrylic, it being the secret sauce for how good this looks.
Yeah, it really is. Even our 7-year-old Gavin, when I show him, I'm like, it's black, there's nothing. And then like, it's like, how is that possible? How is it possible that light can go through a black colored thing? Some crazy optics going on here.
And yeah, Yanni in the Discord saying Battleship game.
Ooh, yeah. Or a light bright style game. That'd be cool, where you just kind of paint your own thing. That'd be really cool. A light bright. So yeah, this is why I want to like give it out like now, because I want folks to write code for it. Sweet. And that's what we're prototype. Well, there's more stuff. Pedro's got stuff. We still have a lot of time, so that's great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so continuing or finishing up the little Guardian robot. This is a little shoulder companion robot that Philomar wanted. They see a lot of these going out, and just did some paint work on this little guy. Oh, I left the, I'm still shooting like the part shot, so I forgot to put the diffuser back on there. It's still
just in time for Easter, folks. He's an egg box.
Right?
This is perfect.
So super simple little guy here. There's a servo inside, a little Neopixel ring to give his little eye that glowingness. You can kind of see the little swirls that are going on in there. Everything is snap fit together, so all of the components. Showed this off last week, but here's the guy with the LiPo charger now inside there. So nice little screw that's on the bottom there that is charging the battery, which is on the inside of here. Got a little switch on here to turn the circuit on and off, and an itsy bitsy
NRF 52840. So you can connect over Bluetooth and maybe trigger some different movements or trigger some different animations.
Yeah, so the whole guy is being put together with these lovely little Pico Mullix connectors. So you can disassemble this, or for assembly, it's a lot more easier to connect all those, not have everything soldered up to the board. You can easily put that together. Nice little custom horn on here that's controlling the whole head. And you can see in here these little, it locks into these little snaps there. Little grabbers. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a good simple bot with some snap fit pieces, some magnets. Here's how you put it on your shoulder.
So just attach it to your shoulder with one of these little metal things that are usually sold with little
shoulder
companion.
puppets. Yeah, you can get like from the Disney theme parks. There's like the Pandora Banshees that you can get. I think that's what
they just released a whole bunch more too for the little plushies.
And there's some Star Wars creatures as well from Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, it's just a piece of metal with some rubbering in here. And maybe you can buy that separately. I look so future with that on, like cyberpunk now.
So of course everything was painted with this lovely acrylic gold paint. Wanted to avoid having to have it dual extrude, just so everybody would be able to print one of these guys. And then all the legs just snap together and have a nice little floppy action. And that is next week's project.
I totally have some like Naruto Shinobi vibes here with this faceplate, this head plate here. Very cool. Yeah, this is so awesome. Great little companion bot, rechargeable with the light poly battery. That's great. Yeah, Bluetooth. It's all running CircuitPython. This is some super simple demo code. We want to ask the Dragon for some help here to get some more random movements and triggering some different things via the Bluefruit app. So we can do some Bluetooth control.
Yep, and as you just saw there, it all snap fits together. And nice little simple assembly for this guy.
There's only the feather fit in here? Like, I don't know. Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to make him bigger.
We're off by a
The
tiny
entire,
bit,
yeah, the entire body was scaled to just the itsy bitsy.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And
when
then
you're
the-
looking at
the
smallness, that's probably what we should recommend is
Yeah.
the itsy bitsy.
Mhm.
I just like the commenter in my head is like, well, why don't you use a feather? Because that's
I didn't design it for that.
yeah.
It was
Gotcha.
Lamar's suggestion for the
Yeah,
itsy
it's
bitsy.
like itsy bitsy. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. And these are printed snap fit feet. Good job on the little trim here for painting. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Eggbot.
Let's see, Arman.
Zelda, Age of Calamity.
Arman VP saying, yeah, seeing the little baby Groot ones at Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, the baby Groot one. So cute.
And then a Snake Game would be easy for the Matrix.
Ooh, yeah, Snake Game would be super cool. Pong, Snake, Asteroid. It's 16 by 16, so you're a little limited, but yeah, Snake would totally work well in that small pixel format.
And then Mr. Certainly Bruce is saying that the next best display price was $11 for a single sheet, but that would take over a month from China, Hong Kong,
Yeah,
Taiwan.
I forgot to mention that the Matrix I got from Amazon was next day delivery.
Yeah,
It's like,
insane.
what? $20? Next day? 2. Bought 2. Because I buy them from Adafruit, but we're out of stock. I think when Lamar kind of looks at the manufacturer, she might be like, wait a minute, the price has changed. Like, oh, I can cut the price now. That'd be great. So hopefully that happens.
All right, cool.
So that's what we're prototyping. Well, there's another thing. We have time, right? I'll give it 5 minutes. It's the Cyberdeck for the Raspberry Pi. We got our hands on the Cyberdeck. Well, really, the Pi 400. So this is the Pi 400, and this is the Cyberdeck for the Raspberry Pi. We have 2 versions of it, one for a bonnet, for the bonnets, and one for a hat. Those are the full-size hat. So what I have here is the, well, how does it connect and how does it work, blah, blah, blah. So this thing has this 2x20, so 40-pin thingy, and then you plug accessories into the Pi here. This is for power. You're supposed to give it like 5-volt USB-C, 3 amps or whatever. And then you have a couple of USB options and a Cat5. And then there's your what do you call it? Your SD card. So it's designed with this jaunty angled header thing that
Very
Lamar
good.
had custom made. And it keys into the thing there. So I designed this little bracket because I was like, well, I need to fit like a sensor on it. So I came up with this kind of modular mount bracket that has these slots here, 2 of them, so you can mount whatever you want to it. So that's really cool. It's not designed for a custom board or anything. It's meant to be modular. It takes like half an hour to 3D print. So to make this portable, we have the PowerBoost 1000C. And I have that wired up to this little USB-C connector here. And then I have here is the STEMMA sensor. Oh no, I need the STEMMA cable. I guess I'll have to steal it. You remember that Adafruit box that we got, Pedro? We never took it out because I need a bigger cable now. Do you want to grab it for me? It's in the other room.
garage, isn't it?
No, just on the photo table. I think there's more of these STEMMA cables. So yeah, I need a bigger. I'm running out of STEMMA cables. So what's great about the Cyberdeck is that it has STEMMA connectors built into it, so I can plug and play STEMMA sensors to a Raspberry Pi, and I can use the libraries from Adafruit that are for Blinka. That's the wrapper for Linux hardware. Thank you so much. So now I can connect this, literally plug and play, no soldering here, and then just plug this in the right way, right here. Okay, so now our sensor is connected. Brilliant. The on-off switch will turn on the power boost. It gives me, so I'm using a 2200 LiPo battery. It's only a 3.7 volt battery, but because of the power boost, it's going to boost that up to 5 volts, 2 amps, I think. And it's turning on right now. I have killed the battery, so now I need to, this one. This is the micro cable. So I will plug this in. What's cool about the power boost, that it lets you know when the battery is low, because I had the red LED was telling me. So now it's charging it through my computer, and hopefully this starts up here so we can show the demo. working? Welcome to Raspberry Pi. Does it
In the
work?
comments, Susan is saying that she needs that Cyberdeck rack.
It's pretty cool, right? There was an issue maybe with power when I first started it up. It's hard to tell if it's like going or not. There's like an A, I think that's activity, but I don't see any activity. Maybe the SD card came out. I know that happened to me once. All right, I'm gonna have to do something that's not so kosher, but turn it off and then turn it back on. I really want to show you the heat thermal camera demo, because we have some demo code for the AMG 8833, which is a IR thermal camera sensor that plugs in through STEMMA QT. Yeah. Give it a second. It's doing something. I saw the power LED blink. It's running the latest, OS, Raspbian, whatever.
And then real quick, I got a question from Mark asking, hat versus bonnet, what's the difference?
Yeah, the difference is just format. So the bonnet is just slightly smaller, right? So it's shorter.
So it fit on like a Pi
yeah,
Zero,
yeah,
Raspberry Pi Zero.
it would fit on a, well, no, it's like the Pi bonnet is for the bonnet accessories. So any OLEDs that are small, that are shorter, this is a full-size hat. So that's how you can tell it's a full-size hat. Like this is like the footprint for that. So that's really the difference. It's just a format thing. I don't
think
know
it's
what
loading.
happened. I'm not sure what's going on here. I am SSHing into it to see if it is showing up or not. I think I might have corrupted it or something. I don't know. Too excited, and I destroyed it. Yeah, it's not going. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think it just...
Live demos.
Yeah, for sure, it's a live demo. You know what? I think I jammed this in wrong. Yeah, no, definitely turn it off. Turn it back on.
All right, so you
My demos
are
are just all over
able
the place.
to plug that in, even though it's keyed, you are able to plug that in wrong.
I don't... Maybe? Nah, I don't think I plugged it in wrong. Because it is keyed, like you said. The screen showing up white, though. That's different. There it is. It's happening, folks. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let me see if I... Oh, there it is. All right. Holy crap. Well, Raspberry Pi, right? So it does have a touchscreen. You got to be kind of careful with it. It's running the mirror frame buffer copy. Like if you know PiTFT, you'll know the frame buffer copy mode. All right, so what I'll do is just type in cd AMG 8833. That's the folder I want to go to. Then I'll run the Python script by typing in Python code.py, and I'm going to run it. So this is the demo code that is a part of the AMG 8833 Learn Guide. So you can grab this demo code right now, copy and paste into your Pi script, and get this running right away. So that's the demo I wanted to show you. I am low on the battery, but let's see what happens when I disconnect. There we go. Holy moly, we are now portable. So there is the Pi 400 running off a little battery. And there's the sensor there. There's just the hot computer that you're looking at. Y'all are so hot. Look at that. So cool. It doesn't quite fit on my arm, but off we go into the wasteland. Very cool. I needed something to do like in an hour. I designed it in 1 hour, and then I printed it in half an hour, which is what?
Yeah, and then a
So-
reminder from KY Chem class, don't do that with the power on the Pi.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we know.
I committed so many atrocities today. But hey, here we go. You ready to jump into the Cyberdeck? Sorry. So here's the Cyberdeck. Lamar, I asked Lamar if she had a technical drawing for the headers. So she like just sent me a PDF, and I was like, this is great. So I modeled the headers because they're custom made. Nobody makes these. Only Lamar's the only one who wanted these. So I figured I'd model it, and I was able to make it with just 2 sketches. So that really inspires me to make a layer by layer tutorial on how I did that. So if folks want to make their own custom headers and stuff, that can be helpful. How to use patterns and sketches and really break it down. Like how do you make this with the least amount of steps and work inside of Fusion 360. And beautiful artwork, silkscreen from Philip Burgess. You can see, what's the dolphin's name?
Oh, I forgot.
Timmy, Johnny, something. But that's Johnny Mnemonic, Keanu Reeves before The Matrix. So that's pretty crazy. And you know, like that's the look I make when I get a data sheet that's a JPEG. I'm just like, my eyes, you know. But yeah, I'll release this model at some point. Yeah. All
Cool.
right.
And that is in prototyping.
Yeah.
Add a couple more mounts. I think you want to add some little things so that the when you push down on this.
Yeah, that's right. You saw that it has a lot of wiggle there.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
add
killing the
something on
power, but that just doesn't feel right. So we can add a little kind of wedge, a little guide that will just make it so it's a tighter fitting. Yeah. Yeah.
Jones. His name's Jones.
Jones the dolphin. Sorry about that. Jones the dolphin. I should remember. Yeah, also pick up this awesome AMG 8833 STEMMA
Recently
connector.
updated.
This will work with feathers too, because it's running the same library. So that's really cool. You can run this on a feather for sure, and it'll boot up instantly, unlike the Pi, because you know Linux, right? So that's cool. I think we have those in stock. We just type in AMG. There it is. Here's the sensor, and in the demo code we have it in the product page. We have it running with the Pi as well, but you can run it off of an Arduino or a CircuitPython board. Very, very cool update to the AMG 8833 Grid Eye. Very cool board. It's
Nice.
pricey because look what it's doing. It's
Yeah,
a
it
heat
took a
sensor
look-
camera.
Yeah, and
These things are like $100.
we were
for
finally able to
just
get these
the-
back in stock after they were out for a while, due to the
yeah.
pandemic.
And they're in stock, so that's great. Cool. Happy with my demo, my Predator view demo. All right,
Yanni
well with
is,
that,
suggesting the 7-inch display to go onto the Cyberdeck.
yeah, right.
And then
That'd be
question
cool.
from Freddie about the matrix. Yes, you can chain them together. There's
That's
pads on the
true.
back. You can chain 2 of them
Ooh.
together.
Yeah, 4 of them.
4 of them, more, 6 of them. Mr. Sonny Bruce is getting 6 of those to make a Linux cube.
That's 1,020. Oh.
He's doing the eBay route,
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
right? That's actually what you wanted to do with those.
Yeah, make a cube, but I made one. I was like, that's a simple. Like after coming off of the Pi, the Pico MIDI controller, like I just want to do an easy project, one that doesn't take 2 months.
And then KY Chem Class is saying, yeah, put it on your arm like a Pip-Boy.
Yeah,
Oh, funny, I don't have, do I have the link to that?
to the Pip-Boy.
Pip-Boy, the Pip-Boy 4000?
Y'all should check out Zach Friedman's Pi 400 build. He has like handles and like a HUD that's removable with magnets.
Check out this
It's quite.
giant
Oh yeah, it's
Pip-Boy
yeah.
2000 MK1 replica.
Yeah, here's a more.
It's huge.
Huh? Tinkercad. Did you post it?
Oh, it's in the YouTube. I
Oh,
posted in
I see it.
There it is.
Also, Zach Friedman did a cool one, but this one's like,
Yeah, look how giant
you
that
can't
was.
really tell that's a Pi in there. That reminds me of like a Tormach. Is it a Tormach?
Yeah, they just asked, or if you haven't seen the Zach Friedman Cyberdeck build, you should check it out.
It's
Please
really
post
cool.
links to your favorite one.
Yeah, so that's cool. You want me to post this on the Discord?
Oh, I already did.
Okay, wonderful.
And it's going out as a blog post tomorrow.
Wonderful. Yeah, I see it there. All right. Well, let's look at community makes this week.
Yeah, since we're already looking at these awesome makes.
Yeah. So on Tuesdays we do a little time lapse, and this was a print in place piece here. So let's check it out.
Yeah, this is the articulating sandworm from Dune.
It's designed by remixed by DarkKumquat.
Yeah. So this was originally the articulating slug, so of course it had to be themed out to a very awesome Doom Sandworm hitting theaters, I think sometime later this year or next year.
Whoa.
One of PT's favorite sci-fi
Franchises. Is it a franchise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a little guy. What's so cool about it, it is all print in place and articulates. You can kind of see how the inside of the joints are printed from the time lapse there. And it is so freaking flexible. It's so cool.
I want a
Excellent
croissant.
I know, right? That's what it looks like, a croissant there. We're using this shiny copper, so you get that nice, like, shiny, not iridescent, like, just shiny, like, metal-looking PLA look to that. And excellent, like, tolerance testing for your printer, so you can see, can you print all of these sections without it fusing together? And even a little tail, too. So cool.
A baby sandworm.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at it on Thingiverse. This is where we grabbed it. It's a remix. It looks like it was sanded here. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Sanded down.
Yeah, I looked at some of the reference images, and all of them came up red.
Yeah.
I guess just because of the landscape inside of Dune is all red and sandy.
So here, if you like slugs more, you can download the original. It's a slug by Isaiah. Different colors. Super cool, print in place. Getting some Pangolian vibes here. But there you go. He's a potato.
You usually find slugs.
Yeah, so very cool. That is this week's community make. And then we have some more from the community. These get sent to us via Thingiverse Make Alerts. So this is a remix of our IoT Gmail box project. So it uses a Huzzah Feather, and it connects to Adafruit IO, and it uses if this then that to give you it has a built-in servo, so the flag will shoot up, letting you know it's a 3D printed mailbox. The flag lets you know you got an email. Inside the mailbox is the board. So a Thingiverse user, Wardun, remixed this to fit a, I think an ESP style board with a perma-proto thingy and a speaker here. So really, really cool. So now it has audio. It has like some extra things in the bass. Actually, he did the whole bass as well. So this is a really fantastic remix. Like made it really fully featured with sound effects. But yeah, you can put this together with any microcontroller. That's what we like to see. So adding to it with the speaker, and I think that's an SD card holder. I didn't even notice that. So it's doing some data logging as well. There's a wiring diagram, and all the STLs are here as well.
Very nice.
Super awesome build. Making this again would be really cool too with a Feather. I think ours used the Feather, right? Because it had built-in lipo charging and all that. But hey, you can remix it and have some sound effects now. Very, very cool. And I like the stand for it because it really finishes the whole look. Here's what it looks like, Pedro. Like they're inside the base. Yeah, right? It's super, super legit. On the back is the speaker, and then the base is the little micro USB. That is the cutest micro USB connector there. Super cool. Very awesome from, thank you, Warden, who put that together. A couple more real quick. This is a lantern, a 3D printed lantern using the Circuit Playground Express. Circuit Playground is a really awesome board that has lots of built-in sensors and built-in Neopixels. And if this image loads, we can get a look at this. It's There it is. I didn't know you could have GIFs in...
They sometimes work.
They sometimes work. So this shows you how you can really make some awesome stellar lighting effects, especially with the LED animation library for CircuitPython. That'll totally run on the Circuit Playground Express. And this is a remix, I think, that we did of this lantern. The lantern was originally designed by, I forget her name, but it's a designer lady who released it, and then we just we designed a bottom piece that fits to it. There it is. And Sonia Verdu is the original designer of the lamp base piece, and then we just made the bottom fit.
Check out all of Sonia's designs there.
They're
incredible.
Excellent, yeah.
They're like gothy and like so intricate.
Yeah, this could work for whatever, Halloween or some other thing. But yeah, it's a really, really cool. 3D printing custom lights is so great. It's such a fun thing. All right, and then the last one. Close to the last one. This is a remix of the Raspberry Pi Octoprint case. So this now fits the Pi 4, which you'll notice the Pi. You need to print this. Yeah.
Well,
the top piece
I need to
works.
update everything to Pi 4.
So this is the original. This is like one of our most popular projects because it's such a useful thing. It uses the Pi, PiTFT. Yeah, we need to redo it. It has like an open hinge, but yeah, it was designed for what, a Pi 2?
It's 2, yeah.
And there we're on Pi 4. So shout out to
yeah, there's lots of updates that we need to do.
Asunik, who remixed this to fit the right, portholes for the updated USB-C and HDMI connectors on that Pi 4. It's another snap together, project that doesn't use screws, I think. So that's a cool little remix.
Best. Except when the little nubs break off.
Yeah, sorry. And then the last one, of course, it wouldn't be Community Makes without a unicorn horn.
Cool.
We are the designers of the unicorn horn. And Thingiverse user Crawl posted this up, blurred their face. Nice. And then it says gaming headset unicorn. So printed on a BQ-B1 printer. And yeah, it's got the color changing LEDs. Very cool. I always enjoy seeing the unicorn and
I think like 2 weeks ago it was on a horse.
It was on a horse, yeah.
It was like, I think it was on a cat and a dog.
Yeah, look at all the unicorn horns that we've made, the folks have made. It's quite fun.
Lots of different ideas.
Yeah, a cat.
Never gets old.
Yeah, does it? And I have a tutorial on how to design what I think is like one of the nicest.
Was that one in 123D though?
No, it's in Fusion.
Okay.
I did one in Maya, and then like 4 years later, I did it in Fusion. I remember asking one of the folks on the Fusion team, like, how do you do that? And they were just like, I don't know. And like, I figured it out, so I feel good about that. So there you go. That's this week's Community Makes. Thank you, everybody, for posting the Community Makes.
Awesome. Awesome prints, guys. Then we had some comments in the Discord on what CAD packages to use. Had some suggestions on using Tinkercad, and then FreeCAD.
It's my mustache.
Yeah, if you're filling up to it for Fusion 360, there are a ton of layer-by-layer tutorials that Noah's worked on.
Yay.
If you want to get started on that.
Yeah, shout out to folks who saw my latest one on adding parts and working with external components. It could be a very, very dry and boring topic, but it's like one of the most important pieces that took me a very long time to learn after like fighting with Fusion for so long. So it really covers like some of the kind of basic essentials of working with components and positioning them via joints and sketches. So, and then of course parametrically driven with user parameters, so you can scale it and your parts will kind of grow with changes. After just doing 300 guides, you're like, man, I really hate making changes. And then you spend more time. That's like the whole story about CircuitPython. It's like, oh man, if it was so easier to program, let's spend years developing CircuitPython. So yeah, you can get the parts from our GitHub repository. We always try to have a link down there in the description, so if folks want to grab our 3D models of these parts, you can use them in whatever CAD package.
All right, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We are over by like 5 minutes. I think our lunch is getting cold.
That's okay. We'll heat it up. We do it for you. Thank you, folks, for showing up. We're going to be on the show and tell. We're not hosting this week, but we'll host,
I think next month.
Next month.
Yeah, we're doing it at the end of each month.
Yeesh.
So, everybody, make sure you all check out the Discord for all the links so you can join if you have something cool project that you're working on, or any retro tech, or anything else, really.
Yeah.
Anything else that's tech related is all game. And then right after that is Ask an Engineer at 8 p.m. Full hour with Lamar and Phil on all of the latest going on with products, maker community and news, and more.
Oh, top secret as well.
Top
I
secret,
want to see some more keyboard stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's coming out.
All right, folks in the Discord, we'll see you guys later tonight. For everybody else, remember to make a great day.
Have a great one. See you tonight.
Bye.